Hi, Emily. I want to thank you for coming into session again.
Yep.
Last time you were here, you had talked a little bit about the situation between you and your husband. I was hoping, if it's all right with you, we could get a little bit more in depth with that situation.
Okay, I'd be alright with that.
Okay, so what can you tell me about your husband?
Well, he's a cheating ass mofo, and I do not want to get back together with him at all. I feel betrayed and just hurt, and I have no desire to even stay with him for the children.
Well, it sounds like to me that you are feeling hurt with the whole situation. Can you elaborate a little bit more about the events that happened leading up to this?
Before he cheated on me, or like when I found out?
Let's start with when you first found out about him cheating.
Well, I was playing Detective Spy,
Okay.
and I just knew something was wrong because he was acting very distant and just short answers, just not the same person. So I found some emails because I know his password. I know that's wrong, but I just felt like I should get in there. And then I found them, and I was crushed. It was a girl that he works with that I've met several times, that's like friended me on Facebook and stuff before, and like she used to be at the same events, and now it's like by both of them, obviously mainly my husband, but the woman just, wow, what a little whore. I mean, seriously, who does that? You know? I mean, so that's kind of how I found out.
Okay. And I heard you say that you felt crushed. Can you tell me how that's been impacting your personal life, how things have been going with you since you found out?
Well, at first I was really sad and just disappointed, and I've been feeling depressed, but I know that I can't stay there. Like I can't work it out. I don't want to work it out.
Okay. And you say that you're feeling depressed, but what I see is that you have the strength to overcome this obstacle and that you're looking ahead to your possibilities. Does that sound right to you?
It makes me really sad that I had to come to this, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Can you tell me about how you plan on moving on after this situation with your husband?
Well, I have a really crappy job right now, so I'm gonna have to find a new job.
Okay.
So when he moves out of the house, which I'm nervous about, and we have kids together, so hopefully I get custody of them, and I don't know
Okay.
how it's gonna work out.
Have you thought about...
I'm scared.
You're scared?
I am.
What are you scared about exactly?
Being on my own.
How do you think this is going to impact your kids not having their dad around?
Well, I think it's just really bad for the kids to have to see us get a divorce. I just think it crushes them as well, not to see mom and dad together, but you know, they have studies that say kids do pretty bad for a while, and then later on in life, they're fine. So I think they'll be alright, so I don't think it's like a huge area of concern. I just wish he would stop trying to make it work, because it makes me more uncomfortable.
Do you think that it's possible to maybe talk to him and work things out to get back together?
No. I don't want to do that.
Why do you not want to?
Because he's done it before. He's done it before, so I don't want to. I don't want to try, because he's just a bad person for doing it. Also, it's against my religion, because I'm Catholic, and Catholics aren't supposed to get divorced. So that makes me feel really bad about it.
Do you think your religion is helping you through this process?
I pray, yeah, I pray that everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to someday. But just the mere fact that I'm getting divorced is a no-no in the church's eyes. I feel like I'm betraying the church, kind of. Does that make sense?
Okay. Do you feel like you've been betrayed by your husband?
Absolutely, I do. Yes. So it's like he betrays me, and then I betray my church, and like just I feel like it's a spinny little circle. It's a bad road to be going down.
Bad road to be going down.
Yes. Yes.
So if you were to go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and everything would be perfect, what would be happening in your life that would be going as you planned?
I would be able to trust my husband, and we'd be still together, living a happy life with our kids. Like things were before he started cheating on me, or like, flirting with other women, and, how can I be expected to get back together with someone that's always philandering around? I don't see how it's possible to get through it. I know I should, I just don't know how it's possible. I'm just so upset about it, the whole thing.
Well, it sounds like to me that you are working through this very difficult situation, and that you're looking ahead to see how you could be productive without your husband, since you guys might split up. Does that sound correct?
It does. I'm a waitress, and who can support 3 kids on a waitress salary, It's just scary to be out there on my own. I've been with my husband for so long, 20 years, and it's like I went from being a teenager to being married, and now I'm gonna get divorced, and I was with my parents, then I was with my husband, and I'm gonna be by myself. I mean, it's kind of exciting, a little bit, honestly, to think about like being on my own, but.
So I could tell by your attitude that you seem a little excited that you might have all these possibilities available to you now.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity that he's not going to be. I don't have to walk on eggshells if he's pissed, or I can just be myself and like learn to love who I am. Like I would love to do that, because like, a person gets cheated on, and that just takes away all self-worth for a while. So it would just be nice to learn to love myself before I can reciprocate that love with someone else, another day, with a better person, great person.
Okay, you had said right now that your husband sometimes gets pissed. Can you elaborate on maybe a time where, he got upset, or?
He just get upset about the stupidest stuff. I mean, just little things that were not relevant. Like, oh, you broke my wire when you were messing with the speaker. Or, I was trying to fix a speaker box, and he just, like, something happened. I don't know, I shorted it out, and he blew a lid over the whole thing. It's like, really? It's a speaker, and I didn't do it on purpose. So, F you, I guess. I just don't.
With your husband's frustration, I guess, if you call it that, would that make you more frustrated, or make you?
It would just make things tense around the house. Even with the kids, they were just afraid to come up to him to ask him anything, because he was just a ticking time bomb. Maybe that's why he had to go scheming around just to, just to blow off his stress, and then on to us. So.
Well, I could tell by your attitude, you seem very optimistic, very excited that you're gonna be moving away, or moving out of the house, or away from your husband. Can we talk a little bit about how maybe your relationship was when you guys first started? How you guys met, maybe how you guys.
I don't really want to dwell on thinking about him anymore.
Okay, okay, and you know, I'm perfectly fine with that, if that's not something you wanna talk about. Just to kind of wrap up the session here, you know, you're going through some difficulties right now with your marriage, with your family, but everything that I see is, you know, you're recognizing that you are in a difficult spot and that you are learning how to deal with this situation on your own, and how you'll move on with the help of your kids, and with your job you'll be able to provide for yourself, and you won't need your husband around. Does that sound right?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.